All right, guys, it's Brian here, and this is day 8 in our 12 days of shaving series. Up to this point, we've talked about razors, we've talked about brushes, we've talked about soaps and creams, we've talked about razor blades, we've talked about aftershaves, we've talked about the importance of prepping your face, and in the last episode, we talked a little bit about how to shave like your grandpa with a double-edged safety razor, focusing on technique and angling your razor, allowing the weight of the head to do the cutting and those kinds of things. And today, what we're going to do is actually just talk a little bit about multiple passes. As we said in the previous episode, when you are double-edged safety razor shaving or any kind of traditional wet shaving, you want to focus on beard reduction, not beard removal. We're not going to get everything all in one pass. And so today we're just going to talk a little bit about multiple passes and kind of how that all works. When you are first starting into wet shaving, I don't recommend that you get too crazy with multiple passes. A lot of people that are new to wet shaving will right away try to get that BBS, that baby butt smooth feeling. And one of the things you're going to just learn right away is a baby butt smooth. While it's nice, that's not the end all be all for wet shaving. So what you really want to do is focus on good technique and get your technique down before you start really worrying about getting that baby butt smooth feeling or that BBS feeling. So what I recommend for people starting into wet shaving is that you do just a couple of passes and with the grain. Do maybe two passes with the grain just to make sure you've got your technique down, that you're focusing on the right angle of your razor and allowing the weight of the head to do the work, getting the angles and whatnot. But you want to go with the grain a couple of times and then just stop there. That way you're not irritating your face, you're not cutting your face, and again, you're able to get that technique down. But now, how do we know which way our beard grows? When we say we want to shave with the grain, you want to shave in the direction that the hair grows. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to really take a look at your face. And really, probably the best thing for you to do is to take a couple of days and allow the hair to grow out on your face and not shave it all, so you can really get a good visual as far as what direction your hair grows, because it's going to be different for everybody. Shaving with a grain is not shaving down for everybody. In fact, probably for most guys, that is not the case. Some guys, their hair on their neck grows up, and sometimes it grows sideways, and sometimes it grows crisscross. And so you're really going to want to know what direction your hair is growing so that you know how to shave with, and then we're going to talk about across and against the grains. So one of the things you can do, and on several of the forums, I don't really have a link, but just look around for it, you'll find a diagram of a man's face. And it just, what you can do is print that diagram out and just draw some arrows, just so you can see and get in your mind what direction your hair is growing, so that you can make sure that you're shaving with the grain, and then you know when it comes time for you to go across the grain and against the grain, how to do that. But you just want to be aware. Just be aware of what your face, how your face is made, and you don't want to worry about what Joe Blow's face does or how their beard grows, because it doesn't matter. What matters is how your beard grows, and making sure that your face is comfortable and that you're getting the best shaves possible for you. Now, once you've got your technique down and you're comfortable shaving with the grain in a couple of passes, what you may want to do is then start maybe shaving one pass with the grain, one pass across the grain, and then one pass against the grain. And by doing that, that really is going to get you towards that baby butt smooth facial feel. Now, quite honestly, I don't do that. I do not chase BBS. And the reason why I don't is because, number one, my beard grows very, very slowly. And so if I get a BBS shave, I may not have to shave for 3, maybe even 4 days. And I don't like that. I like to shave. Didn't used to. I love to shave now, and I've got all of these products. I want to use them as often as possible. So quite honestly, I don't chase BBS. I really am very happy with a 2-pass, and usually I just shave with the grain. My beard kind of grows a little bit here. It grows kind of this direction, kind of in a downward, but a little bit to my right. And so what I do is I will do kind of a modified down and across. So it's kind of across the grain. I'm not really truly going across the grain, but you know, kind of a modified across the grain right here underneath my chin. And other than that, I pretty much usually do 2 passes because my hair pretty much, you know, I'm very blessed that my hair doesn't grow all kind of crazy directions. So I just usually shave 2 passes with the grain, with this modified kind of across the grain here, and I'm done. But that's what works for me. And so that's what you need to discover. You need to discover how your hair grows, how your facial hair grows, and then do what works for you, what brings you enjoyment. That's what this hobby is all about, is finding enjoyment in your shave. Not just in the products that you use, whether it's the soaps and the creams and the aftershaves, but also just making sure that you're doing what brings you enjoyment from a post-shave feel and all of that stuff. So if you want the BBS and to you that's the ultimate thing, then go for it. But for me, that's not important. For me, I'm happy with a DFS, and that means I can shave tomorrow, and it's all good. So again, I really recommend that you go ahead and you map out your face, figure out which way your hair is growing, and then that way you will be able to make good decisions with regards to doing with the grain passes, across the grain passes, and against the grain passes. Be careful with the against the grain passes. Some guys do see an increase in ingrown hairs by going against the grain, so just be aware of that. And again, just pay attention to what your face is telling you. And do what brings enjoyment to you, and you will have many, many years of great shave. So this is Brian reporting live from my shave den with day 8 of 12 days of wet shaving. I hope you have had a Merry Christmas, since today is Christmas, and you have a Happy New Year.